As we stand, we are out of combat. The hellhound named Toto has been dispatched. And, you are all in the dim illumination behind the Angry Stick billiard hall. What would you like to do?
Shep's just taken Ava's hand and is kissing it and crying and just basically going, when we talked, it wasn't just words. In my family, when you meet the one, it is the only one. So if you do have to go, Ava, as much as I don't want you to, just know that I will meet you there and we will be together at in the end.
It's so sad. It's so cute.
So, so sad. The
It's so sad.
spirit of Ava continues to tug. Perhaps at this point, she and Tante, are a square or two, six
And
or 12 feet away.
I look up and I just say goodbye, my love, in Spanish, and tell Tante to help her along her way. If she's not meant to stay here, I will not be the person to force her to stay.
Tante vanishes, and the spirit of Ava, free from this slight encumbrance, this slight entangling with another spiritual being, um, just sort of glides away. Doesn't walk, but is just standing there, and just as if she is on a conveyor belt, goes horizontally and upward. Erica puts her hands on your shoulder. We all love her, you know.
I know.
She's in a better place, I think.
Yeah.
Happy happening.
She really is small.
Can we get her to a hospital? Is it really that late?
Darling, look
Her
at.
her spirit's already left. It didn't have the will to stay.
Look at her, darling. What do you think? What do you think, Sophia? That's probably the first time she's ever called you Sophia.
I think I'm Niall.
Oh no.
This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Yes, it is.
It is our first death. Nobody else has had to deal
No,
with that.
Mm-mm.
That's true.
no one's died
I
yet.
oh boy.
Well, I think I
And
died. I think I died when we found that there winged demon
Oh
in
no,
that
you were right.
pentagram.
That was
Yeah,
weird.
it
There was
was
some
in
weird spiritual stuff there.
that decomposed body of that girl, and it we broke the circle and it flew through me and I had a heart attack. But I got better.
She survived a heart attack.
But
Yeah, I think I rolled a 20 on my fear roll, 20 plus 2,
Yeah.
and then I soaked it somehow.
Ship's eyes just kind of flash bright white, and it's like, we've got a lion whose head needs to be mounted.
I'm game if you are, but we can't just leave her here. It's not befitting.
Mm-mm.
Erica picks her up, picks up the
Take her back to the truck.
diminutive form of Abe, starts to stalk back this way, back the way you guys came. Y'all coming?
Mm-hmm. Sophia follows.
Make it back to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you want to do with her? Put her. I don't want to put her in the back. Maybe behind the front seat.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Shep pulls off his hoodie and says, "Wrap her in this."
Yeah. Sophia, you want to unfurl that there sleeping bag? Notice she called you
Yeah.
Sophia again.
Yeah,
And
yeah, Erica. I got it. I'm gonna go get the sleeping bag. Open it up.
make a notice roll, Sophia. Yeah, like under the sleeping bag is a leather bag with broad leather stitching and sort of like a metal clasp. It also has um, a strap so that you could carry it over one shoulder if you like.
I'll grab it.
Okay. It looks like something that you would wear at a Ren fair. It looks like part of a costume. It is not, for example, a backpack like a student would carry or a handbag that a woman would carry. It's heavy. Probably weighs about.
I look inside.
There's a leaded crystal cut glass decanter inside with a cork sealed with gold flake like a filigree around the neck of the bottle, like where it joins and seals the cork. It's heavy.
Mm.
It's quite heavy. It reminds you of something that you would see like in a movie of people that entertain, and there are like bottles of liquor on a like a wheeled stand that you could pour, 2 fingers of bourbon or something. It's heavy. It's got some heft, and there are 3 variegations along the side, sort of notched in to this decanter. It also has leather strips that have probably been wrapped around it and then soaking wet, so that when they dry, they make a nice tight seal around this bottle that makes it a little bit easier to carry. And there's also like a jug handle, like a little ring that you put your finger through to help you maybe support with one finger if you were to like lift it.
Huh.
There's also with a 17 minus 2, a 15 notice roll, you also see there's like a little lens in the bottom of this bag, almost like somebody unscrewed it from a telescope. It's brass. It's got glass in the middle. Doesn't have any screw
Okay.
threads.
That's. This is weird.
The liquid inside glows. glows a pale azure.
Oh, this is weird. I was thinking pour one out for Ava, but maybe I should.
Pour one out for me.
uh,
That sounds like something Erica would do.
yeah.
Well, there's liquor inside the pool hall. You look, you hazard a glance furtively through one of the windows, and you see that the lion is walking around. It's got two bottles of booze in his hands, and he's drinking out of one, then he drinks out of the other. Then he growls menacingly at someone, although you can't see who they are. It's got to be somebody trying to hide themselves in a booth, like make themselves as small as possible, curled up against the door, or up against the wall, rather. And the cowardly lion is having a wonderful time, taunting and menacing the people. Every once in a while, you see one or two heads pop up from behind the bar, perhaps a bartender or another person that was playing pool, and then duck back down again.
I'm gonna call over to Shep, point out the glowing bottle of liquid, say,
Oh,
"Hey, this is weird. Where did this? Do you know where this came from? What can we do with this? Will this bring back a
that's
friend?
that's
Can
from
it? Will it?
her. That's from the elf.
The one with the squirrel?
What else?
What
What
is
squirrel?
the
Wait,
squirrel?
I mean, what squirrel?
Oh, now you agree when I'm dead. Okay.
What squirrel?
Worth a penny.
Oh, Lord, that's funny.
Occasionally, a car drives by speeding, and the headlights briefly illuminate the parking lot, up near where the highway is, and they quickly recede in the distance.
So, oh, I'm gonna go with. Can I give some to Ava?
What would you like
Let
to do?
Sophia have her delusions. She wants to tip some of the liquid into Ava's mouth.
Okay. You pour down one striation of the four. Some of it leaks out the hole in her throat, I'd imagine. Some of it might make it down her windpipe, fractured and splayed open as it is. Doesn't seem to have an effect. I mean, when you pop the cork on it and you broke that little gold seal, kind of made a little sound as if it was a little effervescent, just a little bit of a diaphanous smoke almost sort of wafts a little bit out of the neck of the bottle as you opened it. Yeah, I mean, you put about a quarter of it into Ava. It fizzes a little bit.
I had hoped for the magic elf water, but I was very wrong. I'm sorry that I'm disrespecting Ava's body, Shep. Oh, okay. I don't know what to do with my life now. One of my
Oh,
best
no.
friends is dead.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
I'm trying
no.
to remember what the potion does. Unfortunately, I never wrote. I know you told us, but I didn't write it down on my notes. Um,
I mean, it's possible I did not tell you.
Okay. Do I remember
I don't know. Do
all of a
you?
sudden after all of this mess that I just did?
I mean, you remember that the elf that may or may not have had a squirrel that it was feeding um, had leather armor like rolled up in a backpack, and the backpack had a broken zipper, so it was held with like two big safety pins to hold it shut. And this looks like it's made from similar, very well worn and aged material. By this, I'm talking about the little bag. Um, You seem to think that when the spirit of Iron Drar, the elf, and Kevin the barbarian faded from sight, Iron Drar, the elf's final action was to push this bag into Shep's hands. This happened in like one of those pavilion tents where they were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I remember the tent,
Yeah.
not so much the bag stuff.
Mhm. About 20 minutes has elapsed since you picked up Ava's supine form, carried it to the truck, placed it in a sleeping bag with her head sort of sticking out, and poured some liquid into her mouth. About 20 minutes.
You can't like magic up an explanation for what the stuff does, can you? With soup?
Oh gosh.
I can. Can I roll my ritualism occult roll?
Interesting. Interesting. Yes, I'll permit that.
You scribe with alphabet soup?
It was a 4. I still have the Joker bonus from the other thing, but
A 4 is a success. I mean, you're a nerd. You're a nerd in Texas. That's one of your quirks. You've played probably more hours of Dungeons and Dragons than minutes that you've spent in any sort of gymnasium.
yep.
Know the player's handbook. You know the Dungeon Master's Guide. You've read the monster manual back and forth, top to bottom. You could probably, go to the letter, N, and name like every monster starts with N.
Mm-hmm.
This bottle, this decanter, in all ways exhibits what you recall the rules say that a healing potion would exhibit: its effervescence, its glow. Etc. It smells faintly of like fruity, like berries or citrus fruit.
Now the question is this 5e D&D or is this
Another
I don't think it's 5e.
a semi
uh
a semi drives by.
so I mean if it was going to work, I'm assuming that we we should have noticed some change. I lean down and kind of feel for a pulse or something. Or does it look like any of her abrasions have like healed up?
There's a lot of blood. I mean, a lot. She bled out through her
Right.
throat. Some of it has started to dry and congeal around the injury. Erica's got a fair amount of blood on her as well from carrying her. You judge not. You don't think anything changed.
Erica could probably use that.
Eh, Well, Erica's not wounded. She's banged up a little bit, but she's game. She's like flexing. She's holding her forearm and she's flexing her hand, open and closed, try to get some feeling back in. A figure walks by, creeping like between the cars. There's a
Uh-oh.
guy with a beard and his hair kind of shaved on one side and parted over. He's wearing a flannel shirt and jeans. Looks like he sweated a lot. He's got big sweaty stains under his armpits. And it looks like his knees are dirty as if he was crawling.
Is he walking over towards us?
He is walking towards your truck, Shep, although it looks like he is gazing more at the interior of the billiard club as he comes upon you. He's creeping towards you, but he's not looking your way. Oh, man, what more? Listen, I take 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 your injured friend and keel haul to get the freak out of here. Man, that thing is, I don't know what it is. Some some pro wrestler guy or something. I snuck out the back. I'm leaving, and you better leave too. That thing is monstrously strong and fast and hungry.
Oh boy.
You look in, it looks like the cowardly lion. His muzzle is now coated with a thick layer of blood.
This is Texas. Why doesn't anyone in there have a gun?
It's Texas in a biker bar, basically.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
My guess is they've already tried. They've not been very successful.
What would you like to do? We'll say now a half an hour has passed.
I want to hurt that thing, but I don't think I can.
You look in the window. It's now jumped up on one of the billiard tables again. And it's in a crouch, a very menacing crouch, and it looks like it's laughing.
Are the front doors, are they like the double glass doors?
No. You mean double paned? Or
No,
or
I
or
mean like double, like two that can open out or
no.
in
No, they're
to
not
let
double
more
doors.
people in or out.
It's one single door. One single like
Okay.
since they sell alcohol, it would have to be like a pretty solid framed door. Maybe it doesn't even have a glass pane in it, but it has windows. The building itself has windows. It's a solid door. They wouldn't want somebody breaking in and making off with booze in the cash register at night. What would you like to do?
My knowledge of D&D, would it allow me to know whether or not a healing potion would help in our world's bumps and bruises?
Um, you think so? You know that that lens, when you say the word, emits a bright light, a blinding bright light.
Right.
Acts, it acts just kind of like the way it would, say, in a 5e campaign or a Savage Worlds campaign or a Pathfinder
Okay.
game or something like that. Um, but you look at Erica, for example. She has no outward signs of injury. She's just flexing what appears to be kind of a numbness in her bone. There's no blood, there's no abrasion, there's no cut,
Yeah.
there's no bleeding.
I look at the other two and go, so what are we going to do and how are we going to do it? Because I was hoping there was a double door so we could just drive uh, somebody else's truck through it.
I could drive a car through a building, yes.
Between trees, even.
Yeah.
But it's a single door, so
Yeah. I mean, if you could get a running start and a ramp, you could probably crash the front of a truck through these large window panes that seem to be, there were probably 6 wide panes down the length of the building. There's probably 6 or 8 booths just inside those.
so
Get me a big truck and I'll do that.
You know,
okay.
you think that guy probably left the back door open, that got away, probably
Yeah,
snuck, like army crawled into like the management office and snuck out.
it's bad of me, but I really hope this building is condemned after this.
Same.
I
I
don't know.
just really wouldn't mind, you know, Sophia lighting this place up
They,
I I
while
it,
everybody else runs.
that's been on my mind. I didn't give as much care to the people inside right now because I'm really upset.
they might have to replace the cloth, the felt on the billiard tables. That lion jumping up and down has probably left gouges in the pool tables.
But yeah,
Okay.
actually, I like that idea. We sneak inside, set fire to the building. Uh, hope as many people as possible run away, of course.
The cowardly lion is holding a dismembered arm, and
Oh,
he's looks like he's
that's handy.
sucking blood and marrow out of it. Looks like it was pulled off at the shoulder, somebody's shoulder.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hmm.
Okay, well, guys, if we're going to do this, let's go do this. I tell Erica, if Sophia will give me the lens, I say I think we might have a shot at blinding him
Do y'all
for
know?
a little bit.
Do y'all know the magic word? The dean ain't gonna give it to you again.
Please and thank you.
The magic word is effluous. At least that's what it was when you told us what it was the first time. Because it's sitting here in my notes.
That's why.
And
That's
I
why.
think you even spelled it.
That's that's why.
Hey.
That's why we take notes.
That's great. That's wonderful. It's really great.
I was just wondering if, like, maybe Ava was the one that had the command word. Y'all didn't.
Not me this time. I usually take a lot of notes, and they're all scribbled in fantasy grounds as well. NPC notes, vision
Yeah.
notes, ritual notes.
I think the main reason I took this one was because he handed it to me and I looked through it and had to do the rows to figure out what
Oh,
was what.
that makes sense. Because I
All
don't remember much of a magic word besides your bouillabaisse one.
all of you make a spirit roll.
spirit.
Yeah, not you, not you, Ava. All the people that are breathing. Make a spirit. Make a spirit roll. A success. A success. Sophia.
Oh, me? Yes.
Yes, please. She's got spirit. The spirit of Ava is standing in and among you, looking sad.
What? Oh my god.
You all see her. She is translucent and shimmering a bit, but it's unmistakable. The spirit looks very much like Ava the moment she died. In other words, it is grotesque.
Ah.
The vision.
I'm a ghost, y'all.
Is she gonna go ring girl on the lion?
She looks among you sadly, and looks at her own deceased form sadly.
You you want us to burn that building down, don't you?
Oh my gosh.
I am weak, but I will exact vengeance in any way my my body can.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Why aren't you on the other side, Ava?
She does not respond to you.
Good question.
Nobody has like the
Yeah,
faith
what?
faith skill
No.
or the faithful edge
Mm-mm.
or the devout edge, right? Okay.
No, because I think most of that is. I've looked at some of those, but they're higher level.
Hmm. Indeed.
You all stand there for a few moments looking at each other.
Yeah. All I can do is add +2 to rolls made to sense or communicate with supernatural beings.
Maybe next campaign I'll find the Lord.
Hmm. Let's see. I should.
One day.
How do I? Trying to take Shep's Joker bonus away. Um, I guess I could move it.
You
Oh, you know
end
what I
the.
do?
You can
I
end
guess
the.
I guess I'll go to the next round
Yeah.
and
Just not start it, maybe.
somehow you got another Joker.
Oh my gosh.
Rats.
It wants me to know what to do with Ava.
I think
Oh
it's.
my gosh.
I think that's fine. I think that sort of tracks. Um, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, I'll let you keep that Joker bonus for now. Applying that +2 to things dealing with supernatural beings. You
Right.
you get the feeling that Ava's spirit should be gone, but it isn't. She left. She departed. Something brought her back. She was like on the on the conveyor belt looking at you, and without moving, she just sort of flowed away and became smaller and smaller until she vanished. She should not be here. It doesn't make sense that she would go and then come back. So something brought her back. Even though she's diaphanous and immaterial, insubstantial, translucent, wavering and shimmering a little bit, it's unmistakably her, and she should not be here. all the dealings that you've had with supernatural beings. That
Yeah.
this goes counter to everything that you know.
So basically, I know from the other our other encounter, yeah, she was ready to move on. She wasn't staying behind willingly.
Right,
So
right, right. That should have been it. That should have been the end of it. The story should end right there.
would I suspect anything that this could have something to do with the healing potion?
Yes, I think you
Okay.
could put that together.
She had. I look over at Sophia. She's
Mhm.
come. Her spirit has come back. I think it's. I think it's connected with the potion.
The glowy water?
Yes, it drew her spirit back. Maybe there wasn't enough.
Oh, I will shove the, yes, I'll use this.
What do you do?
I'm gonna open up the water again and tilt the rest of it into Ava's mouth. Slowly, more carefully this time, so not as much falls out. I'll empty this thing, Chef.
You've already used a quarter of it. When you use
Yeah.
the next 1/4 of it, the spirit of Ava leans over and examines her own dead body and breathes a spiritual glow, a spiritual wafting um, smoke almost into her own dead body. When you empty the third serving of four, moments later, as you are steadily pouring this, the spirit of Ava lies on its back and becomes one with the dead body. In other words, she melds in to the corpse. When you complete the last few drops of the fluid down into the dead form of your friend, she breathes and chokes and spews congealed blood and other matter out of her throat. Although there is still a lot of blood on her neck, that wound seems to have closed. It is not the gaping hole that it once was. And her eyes flutter open and almost like uncontrollably, she reaches out and grabs the first thing that she can. And I think that would be your forearm, Sophia, holding that now empty, heavy lead crystal decanter.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ava? Ava? There was a squirrel. The squirrel was real. I saw it. I saw it. I knew it this whole time. I was messing with you this whole time. I'm sorry. Never lie again.
Ava, you must be hallucinating. She would never admit that there was a squirrel.
Oh, my god. Oh, my goodness. What is what? Oh,
Oh
there's
my
a whole
god.
lot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is happening? What's going on?
You're in a
Why
sleeping
am I
bag.
so cold?
You're in a sleeping bag, oddly. And
And
you've got,
wrapped in Shep's latest hoodie.
yeah,
Oh, what happened?
You died.
You,
Oh,
that
the
that devil
best.
dog, that devil dog tore out your throat, darling.
oh. Is she gonna touch her throat? She remembers a crazy dog attacking her by the dumpster. That's the last thing that she remembers.
It feels sticky. and there are congealed like not scabs, but like droplets, congealed sticky droplets, almost as if someone spilled maple syrup on your throat and let it dry for about an hour. You know, it sticks to your fingers and you pull it away and you look at your fingers in the dim light in the parking lot of the angry stick and rub your fingers together and it looks like brown blood.
Oh gosh. I died? What? Oh no. I can't let that happen. No. I
Da-
don't
It
want it.
unhappened.
Darling,
Oh.
did you hear all the nice things that Shep said to you?
I don't know, did I? Because that would be great
No,
if
but you
I
could
did.
no, but you can say yes.
uh, sure.
Don't make
Let's give
Tante come up and
everybody
slap you.
let's let's give everybody a group hug because we're kind of in shock.
Gentle though. You sure you're okay? And she's like
Uh,
pulled out a little of that alcohol and she's rubbing it on your neck and it comes off clean and there's no sign of injury.
oh goodness. I think I'm okay. I'm not in pain. Right?
Yeah,
No, not.
you're not. In fact, even the
I,
wound, even the fatigue is gone.
I, I'm good. I try and stand. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
You sort of shimmy your way out of that denim sleeping bag.
Oh man, guys, did we finish what we were doing here?
Almost. We killed Toto. We did it. He's dead. Shep
Oh
killed him.
good. Okay, let's. Oh boy, I'm assuming I feel reinvigorated.
You feel fine. You
All
feel
right.
fine. Not even like a little stiff.
Oh man. Oh, I love you guys.
Oh, we love you
Don't
too, darling.
don't scare me like
Shep,
that again.
Shep, say it.
Oh, Chef, say.
I love you, Ava. Don't
Oh,
scare me like that.
Dang it,
I
so
love you.
dang it, Sophie. I knew I should have brought a recorder.
Yeah, everybody's gonna get a real nice hug, and Shep's gonna get a real nice hug that's just a little bit longer. And
Okay.
then, like, well, if we have, if we have some business to finish here, then I think we probably should. Um,
I'm
I
still
think
thinking we set up a truck to run through the front of it and then set it on fire.
Yeah,
Let
plan
all
of
the people
progress.
run away.
Set it on fire.
Ava, this is the first
Or
time
we
you've
might
really
have been
this is the first time
we
you've
might have
looked. There's a
been a
cowardly
little
lion.
angry.
There's a
Yeah.
cowardly lion eating an arm
Oh, yeah.
on
That's what
on
happened.
on one
guys,
of the billiard tables.
people are dying in there. Don't we can't let what happened to me happen to them.
Yeah. No, we agreed. We were
Yeah.
about to
We were on our way to help. We were working on helping. Just, trauma
trauma
Yes.
and we needed to,
Are we
cleanse
taking
this
your truck
earth.
and running things
of
into
evil.
stuff again?
No, no, we were going to take that big giant Hummer that's over there that probably will do a lot more damage.
Uh,
Chip just pointing to
okay.
the biggest truck that was out there in the parking lot because he thinks Sophia could probably hot rig it.
I might be
Oh,
able to.
I think so. You're good with
or
little fiddly things.
or we can sneak in through the back because somebody has escaped through that back door.
If someone escaped through the back door, then ramming something into it will make it bigger for more people to get out of.
There's 2 dozen people in there at most. Probably some of them aren't going to be really up and walking around, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's
Well,
been like half an hour.
Oh
um,
no. We
since
need to
you
go.
died.
Oh no.
Yeah. Incidentally, I was going to let this potion work up to the end of the golden hour, which is the 1 hour after Ava died.
Yeah.
Else her spirit would have been too far gone to bring back. And
So
the
we
way
got
that
here
I
just in time.
the way that
Yeah.
I
Alrighty.
thought that that potion would work is that each sip would heal one wound, or if you
Okay.
used all four sips, all four draughts at once, it would one time bring back someone who has died from wounds.
Okay.
Oh boy.
At first, I thought that, and then you talked me out of it, Dean.
Oh, I did no such thing. I merely answered the questions posed to
No,
me.
what you said talked me out of it. Just
Oh, that's
based on
funny.
what I had asked, I was like, okay.
Burn it
I
down.
was I was just grasping at straws by the end.
Well,
You're doing his best.
let's hope the straws are strong and can bear your weight.
All right. So, um,
Um, you
at
see,
this,
you see a burly man inside charge the cowardly lion. Looks like he's holding a billiard cue, and he swings and he snaps the cue over the lion's back. The lion turns around and roars and basically bites the guy's head and
oh
pulls
no.
it away, tears it away, shakes his head back and forth, reveling in the brains that he's just consumed as the dead guy slumps to the floor.
Oh, friends, we need to go deal with this. Come on, let's go. Let's
You
go.
see that and you want to deal with that.
I I have an adrenaline rush from dying, y'all. Like this is wild. Like we need to help these people out. What I went through was bad. We don't
It
need
was
them going
so
through it.
bad. No, no.
So either get a truck and run the back of this place in, or we run in and we help these people get out and beat up a lion.
Well, we were going to run the truck through the front, but that could allow the lion to escape too. So I guess we're going through the back door.
All right, we're
Okay,
sneaking.
I
okay.
have my hairspray and where's
No,
my
you
stuff?
don't.
Where's 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 my stuff? Where'd my
I
bag
think.
go?
I think. Oh,
Has
hold
my
on a moment. I need to think
has
about what I'm
my
about to say just now.
body looted?
What? No, of course. Well, I said I wouldn't lie again. Uh, so oh my God! Look, I found it. Here it is.
Where's it?
There you go. I just
Wait,
needed to
wait.
find
I've got
it.
the scavenger edge. Oh, look what I found.
Oh, look what I
Wait,
found.
Yeah,
you
I
looted Ava's body?
no, I found it. I found it.
You just say
Coincidentally, in the
Chef's
perfect
face.
moment.
He's got that anime blank eyes with the open mouth all the way down. Like,
Oh my god.
No, no.
like he just realized.
Well, you know what? The next time we play, we will start the game with the four of you in the back behind the billiard hall, next to the dumpster, the stinky dumpster. Ava, some of the blood that's now mixed with the oil and the water and the urine and the beer amongst the broken bottles and the dented empty keg with the ruptured nozzles. Some of that blood's probably
Damn.
yours. And on
Damn.
that note, I will say that's a good place to stop for the night, and we will be back to continue movie night. Movie night by I think Ed Wetterman wrote movie night, written by Ed Wetterman. a fun
Delightful.
a fun little 4 or 5 page module that I've embellished just a little bit, but did not expect to get this much play out of. So that's always a good thing.
Does the cowardly lion bite off heads in Ed Wetterman's version?
Well, I mean,
Well, you see,
I mean,
not bad.
if you look, you can see kind of how big the lion's head is next to Dorothy.
I see. Yeah, it's pretty
So
big.
I'd imagine he didn't quite bite the head off, but he did bite into it and tear away some juicy, crunchy chunks.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
The
So
the lion is decidedly not cowardly.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, very much
yep.
so.
Oh, this is just sad because look, Ava, look what we're going to have to give up when we come back.
Oh yeah, we are stacked on bennies.
It is.
yeah. Oh, that is a shame.
That's unfortunate. Wait, I got so many bennies. Oh my goodness. What?
Yeah.
Mm,
What's funny is you got almost all of them after you die.
Oh man.
mm.
It's fun. That's how I
Okay.
feel at the start of every game.
Well,
Goodness
maybe a
gracious.
benevolent dean the next time we pick up could be convinced into leaving the bennies as they are now, rather than
Who knows?
dumping everybody back down to
Roll over bennies.
yeah. You know,
We may
Okay.
need them.
it's I have to think
I
about it.
again, there's no magic potion from a beautiful elf man to save me this time.
With a girl.
With this,
We do
With
have
a
a magic
squirrel.
lens, though.
do have a magic
Yeah.
lens, and you know the command word
And
as
I
well.
look through the magic lens and I say, "Go, I see no squirrel."
No.
And
Hey,
what's
hey.
the magic word? Chad?
Hmm? Yeah.
The magic word? Because you're the one who
There's a magic
remembers
word.
things.
There's a magic word.
What?
All right.
Oh,
There's no such thing as magic.